my dear Cancer. This is a love reading that will predict who is coming towards you with hopefully new chances of love and relationships. It is a prediction for Aquarius season, January 20 to February 18, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this reading is dedicated to Celeste that made a donation for Cancer. Thank you so much, Celeste. I'm so grateful for your support through the years. Okay, so this will be a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. And it's going to be about who is coming towards you in Aquarius season with complications or love, whatever is on the divine agenda for your spiritual growth. It is a good idea to watch now as a forecast, but also watch again when you are smack in the middle of Aquarius season, so you can stay focused and get it right. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Tarot with Cat Black. And when I open your deck here, I see the Seven of Wands together with Page of Wands. So it's something you're fighting for, some inspiration that doesn't want to let you go, okay? So you have an idea or something you want in your life, something that I want. Maybe that's your song. Something that I want. It's from the movie Tangled, and I immediately thought about the movie when I said that. So okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and here we have the Three of Swords. That's kind of in the past, person looking in this direction, and the Page of Wands. So maybe you want to leave your unfruitful past behind and do something in a new way that you haven't tried before. Okay, so I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world. And here we have the Knight of Swords with the Three of Swords. So some of you might have been dealing with an air sign person or a fire sign person. And I'm feeling they were not really that nice towards you, okay? So, but that's in the past, hopefully. Okay, so I call the six elements, and here we have the Empress and the Knight of Swords. So they're not giving it up, aren't they? This is a type of person that is, coming into a village, ransacking it, stealing all the stuff, taking people with them as slaves, I don't know, rape and killing to left and right. And I'm not saying that this have happened to you. I'm just saying that this kind of entity or this person have been doing this maybe in many lifetimes, being this imperialistic kind of energy, and they have a hard time letting go of the habit of thinking that other people's stuff or are there so that they can use people for their own purposes, things like this. Okay. So even if the person is trying to behave in this life as good as they can, this is still what's in their core of like how they are being triggered to behave is going accordingly with this old thing what they have learned, to go and steal stuff, use people, take whatever they want. Okay, so six elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today. I'm feeling like it survives death. And it's something like with being without, so we need to steal other people's stuff. And it survives death, this longing to steal other people's dignity. So I want my dear Cancer to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds here to you and your situation in Aquarius season and who is coming towards you. Hopefully not this, this warrior, okay? So this is your future, and this is your now. So I'm not going to read the past because we are focusing on the future and what's coming towards you, not what you left behind. And here we have a 9 of Wands, and I'm thinking if you have been through this situation with this person or people like this in your past, you have become very disappointed, and you have put boundaries for these people. You had to become like a warrior yourself, but one that's fight for freedom and justice. Okay, so that's great. And this is your future, and we have a 9 of Cups. So you're choosing to take care of you, your inner child, the people that you're responsible for, the people that gives back to you. But it's a little bit like a hermit stage here, because you don't feel entirely that you can trust, and it's indicated that it's the divine masculine that you can't trust. Just remember that the divine masculine can live in a female too. So females can also be like this. It's not only males. And this person definitely have past lives where they have robbed and stealed. And this is something that they're so used to that they're carrying it around even today, and in a more civilized society, maybe, if we have that, I don't know. Okay, so in your now we have the Wheel of Fortune, and that brings up something old in your now. It's the spiral, things that's repeating itself. So an old drama maybe coming back, or an old beautiful success coming back. It can be those things as well, even though maybe I'm not totally convinced on the last thing there, but we'll see. Wheel of Fortune and 10 of Cups. Okay, so yes, there's beautiful things with this situation that you went through before. There's beautiful things with this as well, because even if there has been a lot of stupid stuff, there has been love too, and this is what you're carrying into your future. This is what you're choosing from this past to carry into your future. So I'm thinking, Cancer, that you hold a lot of love in your heart, and I hope and pray that you're able to give this love to the people that actually deserves it, and maybe put less effort. We can have love in our heart for people that really don't deserve that love. It can live there, but we don't have to go with it, because we are sane, grown-up, wise people. Okay. What I really feel with this, since the Wheel of Fortune 10 and the 10 here, it's a very full-grown situation. So I'm thinking, even if you have put up boundaries to certain people, you have maybe recently started to feel also a lot of love. Can be, planets being in a certain way, bringing out that loving feeling. Okay. So Ace of Swords. So it's really about staying sharp here. As I said, wisdom. Stay sharp, aware, let love be in your heart, but don't give it to people that don't deserve it. Ace of Swords. And then we have also Judgment. So really just repeating you being wise and being... you'll learn so much. So use this teaching to be a grown-up person and take grown-up decisions. 20, all the 2s, 2 plus 0 is 2, are about decisions and holding on until you can make the right decision, or trying to figure out what is the right decision in this situation. Judgment is also about awakening the past. So the past needs to come back for you to make better choices this time. Okay, so it's like a resurrection, okay? And another 10, and this time the 10 of Swords. So it's a real possibility that you will kind of do to yourself what you did to yourself in the past that led to you deciding that you need to have boundaries and to keep certain people out. You might, do it all again. You are ready to do it all again here. And you will probably come to the same conclusion that you need to keep these people out. But this is not happening because you are crazy or because the world is crazy. It's happening so it will happen again and again until you take another decision, until you act upon this situation in another way than you did before. And that might not even be the solution. It can be different things that you need to change over a course of time. Every time you end up in this situation, you need to try something new. You need to try another alternative. You need to try to, if I do this, if I do that, if I act like this, if I communicate myself like this, what will happen? So change small variables with wisdom in mind, and to see the situation from an above grown-up perspective. And this will don't become the child that screams out of their longing for or in their heart of the someone that's going to do you like this. It's maybe what you feel like with your, if you would act really natural, but it's not what's going to help you in this situation. Okay, so you can love them and you can show them love, but when things are happening, stay aware and save yourself. Okay, rather back yourself up than trying to save the relationship. Okay, and here we have the Hangman comes underneath the Wheel of Fortune. So on this spiritual karmic journey, there's a need for a person to let go of their old perspective and embrace a new perspective, but they are refusing, is what I'm feeling. And I'm thinking we are talking about the Knight of Swords with the ransacking of the village. They need to let this go. They can't have this easy steal or to use people or abuse people for their own amusement. So they need to let this go. But they're not going to do so free willingly. It's going to have to be so much resistance that this kind of behavior doesn't pay off for this person anymore. Okay, and the Hangman is also in connection to the Empress. So it's almost like giving birth here to, it's when we go through different stages from 3-year-old that is a little bit, they are fun, but they're a little bit narcissistic, and to the 6 or 8-year-old that can actually see other people's feelings. So, or from the child to the teenager, or from the teenager to the grown-up. So it's a evolutionary stage, and it's like a rite of passage, or a new birth. And we have the Ace of Wands. So it's about fighting for love and for real love, and not letting people, get away with stupid stuff. So you really, really need to stay sharp in this situation and tuned into the divine. So you are not going into any old behavior where you let stupid things pass unnoticed, and you let more stupid things and more stupid things until you kind of can't take anymore. You need to always be in tune with what's going on, and this I can accept, that I can't accept, and maybe be a little bit less tolerant. Okay, but it's a book here, so we are learning. And the Lovers, of course, 10 of Cups and the Lovers. So the force of love is very strong. You might have loved like this person that we saw in the beginning for a very, 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 very long time. And it's hard to go against that. So it's almost like if you have, let's say that you have a child that kills someone and they end up in prison. You can't stop loving them just because they did that, but they need to still take the consequences of their action, and you can't save them from that. So if that makes sense, hopefully. So they need to have the consequences. Don't save them from the consequences. Let them fall on their face and take the consequences of the bad behavior, because that is what's going to, wake them up and make them have this evolution. And 8 of Cups. This is the situation where you have accepted a lot of things, and then you don't do that anymore. So you try to help people or try to get them to see reason, or to understand that their selfish needs isn't the best for them in the end, and it's better to also put into the commonwealth or help out another person, and when they haven't listened for the 10,000th time, and you will be tired and exhausted, that's when you will give up again, or there will be a separation again. So coming back and going away, and the 3 of Cups. So with the 8 of Cups, I'm not doing reversals here. So I actually felt almost like this, it's a little bit reversal, but this has happened so many times. So it's hard to keep track. I'm thinking this is an on and off again relationship. And with the 8 of Cups, if it came in reverse, this person will actually come back to try to have a nice time with you, or get the love together with you. But we know how it's probably going to end for you, because this person is a taker. They are not this giver. So, and it's like a rubber band between you because of the karma that you have together. So when you stretch, you go away from each other, the rubber band gets tighter and tighter and tighter, and then it's back. And then we get tired of the situation again, and the rubber band gets like more and more tight, and it's resistance, and then we can't take it, so we bounce back. And it's not a bad thing per se, it's what's happened, because there's a karma, and karma is something you don't have. You're not holding the thread of this karma. The universe and the movement of planets are, so you're a little bit like a victim to this. But the thing you need to do when you're pulled back every time is to act saner and saner and more aware, with love, yes, but also tough love, to let another person fall on their face a little bit, and to take care of your own needs here. 9 of Cups, 8 of Cups, a little bit more, so that you don't get exhausted. Listen to yourself more. If you are the wise person in the equation, why should you listen to the person that's acting like a meathead? That's not, don't do that, okay? Listen to yourself. Trust yourself, trust your own instincts in this situation. Okay, so since you're involved with another person, I'm going to check a little bit what it is that they want to say to you. I was lost. You're the only one who gets me. So you're probably, the only one that can stand their bad behavior. So you love them even though they do these stupid things and, I don't know, end up in prison or get bad consequences for their actions. So they feel that's also what's getting them to come back to you, because they feel this deep understanding for you. You are very empathic. I was serious about us, and I'm healing my broken heart. So here I'm feeling a nicer energy with this person, that they actually are trying to heal. And if they heal, they don't need to steal. Okay, it's not an intentional rhyme. I think I have a guide with me that sometimes rhymes a little bit, but I was thrown off a little bit. Steal, heal. Yes, they did so because they were in this narcissistic kind of 3-year-old energy. And it was, it can be cute a little bit when a person is like this. But reality is that it's not cute at all. And particularly not in a grown-up person. And if they could raise their vibration and, heal their broken heart, because it's like they have a narcissistic injury that made them like this. This is the scene I'm seeing. A person that's forced to go to war and are ripped apart from their family, maybe in a very young age and in lifetime after lifetime, remember that as well, and have to fight for their king or their country or their, their leader of some sort. And to do that, they have to kind of rip their own heart out. They can't fight for, for example, for protecting their country and kill other people in another country and be great about that and feel great about that if they don't rip out their own heart or close off their own heart. And then this continued, and they got benefits from this. They got war treasures and I don't know, slaves and maybe a lot of women that they could just have for the taking. And so it gave them also positive things, and it's hardened and hardened and hardened their heart over the course of time. And now you want them to be lovey-dovey. It's not going to happen, but they are healing the broken heart. So I'm feeling they are healing the initial trauma that happened when these leaders asked them to go to war for them. And they did it out of loyalty, like a dog. They didn't do it because they were evil, but they became evil by doing so because they had to close off their heart. I'm also going to take from Will You Find Someone New Oracle deck here. I did this for you this weekend. You need to work on self-love. Yes, give more of this energy that you're giving to this doofus. Give it to yourself. And this person, of course, needs to work on self-love as well. It's the only way to heal this wound. So this is good advice for anyone involved in this situation. So this I feel fallen for you. Yes, they have fallen for you, and you have fallen for them. And I'm thinking you are doing this in a lot of different lifetimes. You're fallen for each other, and there's a reason for this. There's some story here. There's a storyline, a red thread between you two. And but the fallen for you is also this with it's good and it's bad. For you, it's not that good because this is how you will end up. For them, it's kind of a good thing because if they fall for you, that means that they can open their heart again. And this is what wants to happen here with the Hangman. Okay. And see if we can get some more cards out of this. Work on your vibe. Yes, this a little bit too loving, a little bit too nice, a little bit too forgiving. Try to forgive yourself instead. Try to give support to yourself. And also the vibe in general, don't be the victim. Don't ever be the victim. Take good care of yourself. Don't let yourself be in a situation where you can be victimized. Be your own parent to yourself so that that doesn't have to happen. And check your vibe from time and another, because if you would be totally healthy and without wounds or issues or traumas, you wouldn't draw in this person anymore in your life. So every time you feel sad or broken, stay with it a little bit and feel where it's located, what it wants to tell you, and get some insights. You can take notes, but then heighten your vibe. You can do this, for example, by thinking of the happiest day of your life and just learn to do this. Learn to shift your frequency so that you will be on a higher vibration, so you don't have to live with this kind of warrior people, a need for personal growth. So this is mostly what I'm seeing with the other person, but that they need to do this big leap in this personal growth. But you as well, you need to toughen up a little bit, is what I'm feeling. So I'll also take a romance angels for who is coming towards you with new love, hopefully. No, sorry, no new love here. Oh, yeah, you need to work on this with the vibe first and healing this karma. And the best way to do it is to be very wise and sane and stay aware, not fall into the old pitfall of forgiving things where you really need to, let the person have the consequences of their action. So become a little bit of hard ass, okay? If they are not playing by the rules, playing nice, having your back, being kind, being protective of you and other people, let them get the consequences of that. So if you're going to act like this when we are in a restaurant and talking to this like this to the staff, I'm not going to go to any restaurant with you. And that's that. It's not a revenge. It's not you being like a victim and screaming with a high voice. It's just and you just say, this is what's going to happen. And then you need to remember that this is what's going to happen. So you don't let this person off the hook. They need to prove to you that they can behave in public before you ever go on a restaurant with them again. So, okay, my dear Cancer, thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful. And if you like my content and want to see more videos like this on how to heal yourself and make yourself ready for that true romantic partner of yours, or if you just want to work on spiritual growth, remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get a heads up when a new video is ready and waiting for you. And if you are a subscriber, you can now become a member also to my channel and get access to premium content videos. For a supportive member, there will be Q&A videos where I answer your questions. And for extended members, they will also have most of my videos ahead of time and with no ads. And full members will also get access to my mediumship training videos above everything else. So welcome to check this out through the link in the description box or through the join button. For my regular viewers, not much will change, except you will get more videos from me than you did before, thanks to the ones that become members to support my channel. So thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I'm truly grateful for my wonderful, loving and supporting viewers. Until next time, take really good care and stay blessed. Bye-bye.